Welcome back, YouTubers, to Q&A number 26 with us, the British Fist.
Coaching.
I am Mr. Parkin, sporting my very patriotic England jersey today, or England shirt with the V-neck, of course. But this guy sitting next to me, I don't know what the hell that is, but I know what your name is. It's NJ.
What's up?
The Right and Honourable NJ. Guys, make sure you guys subscribe up above as usual, like this video, and get your comments on the questions we're going to answer down below.
Make sure you contact us in the link in the description below.
And of course, you can keep asking the questions through the free options in the description box below. Either inbox us, comment down below if you're that lazy, or send questions to our Facebook, facebook.com/British Fist. And make sure you keep patient because we're trying to get through all the questions we can. So be patient. If your question hasn't been answered yet, we'll answer it as soon as we can. Anything else do we need to say before we move on to our first question, NJ?
Sit back and enjoy our Q&A.
Hey, yeah, okay.
The first question comes from the Black Rose 1991, and he asks, following Sin Cara...
Sin Cara Negro mask versus mask match, do you think Sin Cara Negro should be brought back as Hunico to add to their Mexican stars on the roster? They want more. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are, well, because of what's happened recently, because this question was asked
Sin Cara being injured, yeah.
Yeah, Sin Cara is now out of action, so it's kind of pushed back this whole Sin Cara versus Hunico, and it's just really delaying anything between them. But now Sin Cara's out of the way, maybe there'll be a tag team going for the tag team titles.
I do like that stable he's got, so I do think a good tag team could be spawned from that. Maybe Hunico and Epico or Hunico and Primo. I do feel that Hunico was born to the roster to be feuding with Sin Cara, so his purpose is now kind of gone. Whether or not they're going to do something with him, I wouldn't mind it because I like to see him. He's, the stable's really good, and I did like it when they first come in. So why not use him on SmackDown? It's an extra face, an extra body, and they're extra free if you count the two guys in his stable.
Well, it'd be kind of horrible. You've just brought him into WWE as himself now. It'd be bad if you stop using him or just take him out. So I think he needs to keep going.
The next question he asked us was, where do you think the Barrett Barrage, that's right, the Barrett Barrage is going? Something to do with Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, I would imagine.
Well, it's kind of a shame that this whole Barrett push has to happen because of Survivor Series, but now it's happening. I look forward to more coming from it. I can possibly see him doing really well at Royal Rumble and maybe winning it. Yeah,
the thing is, right, they really started pushing him like a couple of weeks before Survivor Series, and it's kind of like, wow, this guy's been booked really shit lately, and all of a sudden he started winning, and now you're thinking, God, he's now beaten Orton in that Survivor Series match, so you now think it's got to go somewhere. Also, they wouldn't be making him beat Orton. Like, maybe win the Royal Rumble, facing Undertaker at WrestleMania, going after the World Heavyweight Championship. Who really knows?
I think the way Barrett's brought up now, he definitely took big to give him thanks for what he's done and to give him more of a push towards the main event.
Because he definitely deserves it. Just say that, he definitely deserves it. The next set of questions sound like an Australian. Mr. Trick One, aka Sheldon Fernandez from Facebook, probably sent us the most questions that anyone's ever sent a Q&A over the course of 26, but keep them coming. Don't let that discourage you. The first question he asked us was, should WWE return the tag teams and make two different belts like it was before they unified it? No, they don't have enough.
Well, there's been a lot of rumours going around, WWE reports saying that they are working on a tag team, bringing more in, get that, relive it and bring it to the top. But I think, to be honest, right now, they can't really do much because they haven't got enough going, so I think, to be honest, not yet.
Exactly, that's why they should just keep one belt. I'd change the belts while I'm there. They look like fucking 2p coins. I mean, I've got a pretty good representation of a silver tag team belt right there in this 10p coin, which is pretty worthless. Like the tag team belts. Yeah, I mean, they should just keep the one belt. I mean, the one set. I mean, what's the point in making two? Especially with the little amount of tag teams. I'd love to see them build a tag team division, but it's going to take time. They might as well keep one while they're there.
And I know there's two separate shows, but I was kind of glad when the tag titles went together and formed one, and then had all tag teams from both shows going against each other. So I think they should keep it like that. I
did like the idea of having Raw tag teams and SmackDown tag teams, but you just don't have enough now, so you have to combine the two.
That's it, yeah.
Kind of like what they should do with the brands, but whatever. Will Jeff Hardy ever come back to WWE? With WWE's wellness policy and how strict they are after Benoit's death, I don't think they will, especially with him, his little addiction.
With Jeff Hardy, again, he has promised to come back after his long time out of WWE, but to be honest, I think he's found a new place in TNA. He's back there, he's getting forgiven and everything. He's built his career back there. I think he's happy there, and TNA more forgiving and understanding for his problems.
They are, because let's face it, he's a massive star for TNA, and TNA do want to keep him around, so that's why they're letting him off on this. That's why they fired Matt Hardy and let him off. So he probably won't ever come back to WWE just because of WWE's massive, defensive stance on drugs at the moment. That's the main reason. I mean, he's not being brought back because he's not over enough or anything. Will Kurt Angle ever come back to the WWE? No, I personally don't think he will, just because I know the reason he went to TNA is because they're based in Orlando and he doesn't have to travel as much, and that's one of the reasons why he joined and has stayed with TNA so often.
Well, the guy that's had a big career in WWE, again, could come straight back and go back up there. But I think, to be honest, he's settled, just like Jeff Hardy, in TNA.
Yeah, definitely so. Can I see Samoa Joe becoming TNA World Champ again? I assume by I, you mean you, Sheldon, or us. No, he's asking us, so he wants our opinions. My bad. Go on, you continue. I just botched. John Laurinaitis style there. I botched. I'm going to give you what I want. I mean what you want. Carry on,
NJ. I'm not going to say here, again, with Samoa Joe, he's had a career that has gone up and down all over the place, but I think, to be honest, he's at the stage where he should be maybe putting other guys over, because I don't think TNA want him to be back at the top again.
Yeah, I mean, when he became in TNA, he was booked brilliantly and became champion and everything. But since then, he's just not high enough on the card, and I don't think TNA really want him up there. So probably not. He won't become TNA World Champ again.
No.
Just not high on TNA's books anymore. What did you think about the Lesnar Goldberg match at WrestleMania 20? I'll just say this. No, you go first.
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 Well, I'm going to drink some beer as a stone you all because you're both a son of a bitch, and that's why I'm like a Stone Cold said so. Stunner. It was shit.
And what I'll say is, spear!
They took 5 minutes to lock up, and it was supposed to be these massive guys, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, similar guys, and then we find out that the day after WrestleMania, their contract expires, and they don't really give a shit. The match sucked. Like, Stone Cold Stunner, because that's what fucking happened.
F5!
It was pretty shit, let's put it that way.
Spear!
We've got the DVD.
F5! Spear!
What did you think about the Jeff Hardy CM Punk feud back in 2009? I thought it was really good, just because they played on the whole Jeff Hardy being a sort of druggie and CM Punk being a straight edge guy, and they had a great match at SummerSlam in 2009. Again, we have that DVD.
Well, what I'm going to say about this is that these two put on a great one of, like, I think Punk said it once, it was one of his best rivalries was with Jeff Hardy. They really enjoyed it, they got on, they put on great matches. So I would say I really enjoyed it, and I think, to be honest, that is going to be remembered from CM Punk and Jeff Hardy. Because CM Punk who helped Jeff look good in his career. And they main evented SummerSlam 2009 ahead of Cena and Orton. There you go, that says a lot. It was a bit of a bonus because that match was overbooked like shit. Will we see Punk versus Bryan at WrestleMania 28? With Bryan being on SmackDown, I wouldn't think so. It's not that I don't want to see it, it's just that, can you cash in a SmackDown Money in the Bank on a Raw champion? Or anything like that? It's been said you can, but to be honest, Daniel Bryan is concentrating on his own show, SmackDown. He's getting a push towards the main event on SmackDown, so he'll probably stay there for WrestleMania. I'd love to see it, but I don't think it will happen, just because of the brand thing. It's not really stopped him from being on a show, but whatever. The next question comes from Abinab Devils, that's double Z there. WWE.com have been talking about a return of the hardcore title, but would it suck in this PG era and will they keep the 24/7 rule? They won't bring it back, will they? Not in this PG era when there's no blood. If they bring it back, to be honest, yes, there'll be more hardcore matches, but they won't be as good as they used to be. So I think, to be honest, they can mention it as much as they want, but it won't do any justice. It'll be just like the product, just really, really watered down. And there's just no point in bringing it back, even though it would be good nostalgia. Chevo Music 97. Because Sheamus is obviously Irish and you guys are English, is there a bit of jealousy from you guys because an Irish guy is currently doing better than British wrestlers like Wade Barrett, Mason Ryan and Drew McIntyre? No, I don't feel jealous of Sheamus. The guy's got talent and, you know, I don't really care. I'm not jealous of him at all. I quite like him. With Sheamus on SmackDown, his career has been growing. He's been pushing up towards the main event. And I can say, just keep going for it because you deserve it. And to be honest, Sheamus is one that's going to be a great main eventer. But as for the other ones, they're on their page growing up. They're growing up to be main eventers. But it looks like Sheamus might make it there first. Yeah, maybe with the Barrett barrage, you never know. It's a race between those two, isn't it? We know Mason Ryan and Drew McIntyre ain't going to get there anytime soon. But no, they're not. No, exactly. So, no, not jealous at all. Why would, as wrestling fans, really, to be honest? Yeah, the only jealousy I'm having is, why am I not getting the World Heavyweight shot before him? Why are the British Fists not getting a tag team title shot? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Disappointing. My God. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous too. Blake Edwards 7. What do you make of Ted DiBiase versus Cody Rhodes match being on WWE Superstars and not on TV or a pay-per-view? I think that's fucking ridiculous. Well, Cody Rhodes, as that autumn one finished just like that, to be honest, he needed something to happen maybe before with Ted a bit longer, or maybe relive the Ted afterwards. But again, I just didn't like the fact that he made it go that quickly.
Yeah, they got so much history there, and you needed to bring Ted DiBiase back up the card a little bit, and it was a perfect way to do it. Have him be with Cody Rhodes, turn on him, have a feud, maybe win it. That would have done great, but unfortunately they've had it on Superstars, and I just think it's stupid, especially because it is a pay-per-view worthy match if you built it correctly, which they did not do at Night of Champions.
But even the crowd are dead behind Ted DiBiase, keep giving him a chance, because who knows, in a couple of months' time, he could have a bit of crowd behind him and actually be a good opponent for Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and he's actually now a babyface, so they can actually do that as well. The next couple of questions come from the Mick52, taking the Mick. Do you think that if Kane returned with the mask, that it would still make an impact, or do you see it being worthless now his face has been exposed for years? We've seen those vignettes with that mask thing. Do you think if he does come back with the mask, though, that he will be able to make an impact?
Well, to be honest, what I'm going to say, because I'm a Kane mark, is that even though he took off his mask, it's not his face that's the problem. It's WWE's era now. But when he had the mask, he was a monster. He was ferocious. He set things afire, did everything. And then all the PG came along. So I think, to be honest, the mask won't come back as a full-time thing because I don't see it really. Yeah,
I think, like you said, with his face being exposed for so much, I think a mask would have a good immediate impact, but no long-term.
No,
just personally. Do you think Tough Enough winner Andy Levine will ever debut with the WWE, or do you think WWE made a mistake in choosing him to win? Out of the two that I saw, I prefer the other guy. He just seems to have such a better look about him and such a better personality. I saw Andy Levine on FCW, and he was really very awkward in the ring, and it just didn't click with him. I think they made the wrong decision, personally.
Well, the way I look at it is Tough Enough, as good as the concept was back, they haven't really done a lot for me to get behind these two, so I don't really mind.
Well, just Andy. I mean, they didn't even pick the other guy. I don't know why. He looked pretty good to me. Stuart Maggs asked us 5 questions. Do you think that WWE are focused too much on entertaining audiences with wrestlers such as Santino and Ryder? No, not Santino. Ryder, yes, because well, a gimmick.
True. Santino has made TV appearances. He does his comedy stuff. Ooh. But to be honest, he's not the one who's been used as the most entertainment. It's Zack Ryder. I think they'll continue with Zack Ryder. Keep making him the entertainment wrestling. And again, Santino is just pretty much there for doing nothing else. Something about.
I hate that Cobra, man. That hurt. But yeah, I mean, with Ryder, yeah, but they are focused more on entertainment now. It's just not, you can't just put it down to 2 wrestlers, but generally they're more focused on entertainment than wrestling, I imagine now. So, yeah, they are focused more on entertainment, not just because of 2 wrestlers, though. But we do hate Ryder. Do you think having a Nash versus Triple H feud is the right move?
Well, Triple H is only coming back into wrestling, not as much as he used to. Yeah. So I think him going against Kevin Nash, again, there could be a bit of history behind it to make it an interesting match. But having Nash wrestling again, I don't really buy it.
It's kind of like, you've got Triple H who's kind of like that big star, and you've got Nash who's kind of like the old guy who never really drew much in WWE. I don't know. I mean, it could be a good match, don't get me wrong, but as a one-off, not as a feud at the moment. I think Triple H could be doing better things than Nash, personally.
Well, that could be the case, but again, they're going to have a match for it, TLC, and I'm all for it.
Maybe putting over some young guys. Maybe, I don't know, just to put it out there, like a CM Punk or something. Which has been your favourite general manager of Raw this year?
This year?
The anonymous one, of course, because we never knew who he was, and WWE just kind of ignored it. So there's a bit of mystery there.
Why did you have to make it this year?
John Laurinaitis.
I could have named a better GM, but anyway, I think the anonymous GM, the way he had involvement in every show, get you wondering, well, when's he going to strike next? It's the anonymous general manager. That's it, yeah.
What did Michael Cole say again? May I have your attention, please? Yeah, that was the one. If you could bring any one of the superstars from FCW right now, who would it be? Being an avid watcher of FCW, I could recommend six guys. Antonio Cesaro, otherwise known as Claudio Castagnoli, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, who else could I? Damian Sandow, I know he's a good wrestler. There's other guys. Husky Harris is doing all right in FCW. So is Richie Steamboat. There are a couple of other guys I could mention, but I can't really, off the top of my head. I've only watched a couple of episodes. But there are a lot of guys in FCW that are worthy of that spot in the WWE programming.
FCW is a lot better than NXT. I think with FCW, we are going to get new future stars that will go somewhere a lot quicker than NXT.
And yes, NXT, TNA, NXT. If you had control of NXT, and speak of the devil, what would be a good way to finish it off? The NXT Redemption, that could just be the last one. Fuck it. I don't care. It sucks.
Well, the way I would write it off is just give us the wrestlers that looked decent there, did their thing, and just close it off and just say, right, we're moving on to Tough Enough being the next big thing.
Yeah, or maybe FCW, who knows. One more question then before we leave, I imagine. 1960 Carolyn, who have better female wrestlers, TNA or WWE? I would say TNA, personally.
Well, most of WWE's best divas have now left. They've either gone to TNA or they're just not wrestling at the minute for their injury or whatever. But I'm going to say it's definitely
NXT.
TNA.
Yeah, TNA definitely. I mean, what they got Tara, formerly known as Victoria, Mickey James, Gail Kim now. You know, they got all sorts of great. I mean, I think they've definitely got a better roster. But I mean, it's just, I think it's mainly because TNA puts focus on their women's division, whereas I don't think WWE does. It kind of just slots them out there, just in my opinion, because the Divas segments suck, but in TNA they're all right.
Well, here's the example. From the rest of the Divas that have gone from WWE to TNA, their careers have grown, got better, they've been champion, they've had more exciting matches. So I'm going to say TNA all the way.
Yeah, well, we'll end the Q&A there, NJ. Keep getting your thoughts down in the comment section below with some of the questions we have answered here. Maybe you guys have some thoughts. Also, keep sending in your questions. We do want to continue these Q&As. Keep sending us your questions so we can answer them, because we do enjoy doing these. And I'm going to pass you now to your normal outro guy. I usually do the intro, so NJ does the outro. Go for it, NJ.
Well, that's been it from the British Fist. Thank you very much for tuning in to another Q&A. Keep your questions coming in the comment section below. And all I can say now, from Miss Parkin and NJ, thank you and goodbye.